Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to make this short and sweet, friends, because today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Chapter 4, The Swamp, and to say that this book has been awesome is a dramatic understatement. It's time for Saturday morning React-TOONS, my friends. Nothing to it but to do it. If you could do me a quick favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, it greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for Avatar or any of our sci-fi fare. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now. And what is now? Now it's time for The Swamp, the fourth chapter of the second book of the one and only Avatar: The Last Airbender. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go!
For he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
I need Aang's staff. I can just stand here and hold it.
Previously
On Avatar.
I'll always be with you.
UA? Oh.
I guess I need to find someone else to teach me earthbending.
you need to find someone who waits and listens before striking.
These are a lot of plot points for one episode. Is that rice?
This is humiliating. We're royalty. These people should be giving us whatever we want.
Not anymore.
Spare change for a hungry old man.
Aw, here you go.
The coin is appreciated, but not as much as your smile.
Iroh, hound dog.
Come on, we're talking a gold piece here. Let's see some action. Dance!
The steak is so sweet.
You have no idea what you're doing, dude. All right.
Nothing like a fat man dancing for his dinner. Here you go.
Such a kind man.
Zuko's like, excuse me for 1 second, Uncle. I'm going to go. I need to see somebody about something. Is that light beneath the canopy?
Why are we going down?
What? I didn't even notice.
Are you noticing now?
Well, let's level off.
I think the swamp is calling to me.
Is it telling you where we can get something to eat?
I think it wants us to land there.
No offense to the swamp, but I don't see any land there to land on.
It looked like there was light underneath the canopy of the swamp.
I don't know. There's something ominous about that place.
Well, there's a lot of water there, Katara. You should be able to, have a lot of ammo anyway.
We gotta move!
That seems almost like airbendery. I mean, right? Like a tornado? Nice. Good move. Oh, no, no, no. That could have ended terribly.
Where's Appa and Momo?
They were thrown clear. Do we have the whistle?
Sokka, you've got an elbow leech.
Where? Where?
On your elbow.
Why do things keep attaching to me?
You're just so sweet, buddy.
And the tornado. It just disappeared.
That's some airbender shit. Uh-oh. Come on, big guy. You can get free. Oh, your friend can get you out, too. Nice job, Momo. Appa, you could have probably stopped yourself there, buddy.
Aang, these are just plants. Do you want me to say please and thank you as I swing my machete back and forth?
Maybe you should listen to Aang. Something about this place feels alive.
Well, I was going to say it's equal parts alive and dead. It's a life cycle. Rotting vegetation and things growing from it. It's the circle of life. Opposite. I hate walking. It's my least favorite thing outside of caves.
There's no way they can hear us, and no way we can see them. We'll have to make camp for the night.
Yeah, the bugs should be pretty fierce.
I think we should build a fire.
That would be super fun to try to sleep to.
Please, we're all alone out here.
Except for them.
What was that light? Who made that light? Was that us? Appa said, everyone shut up. Alpha Dog is here. Of course it's going to be Sokka. I think I'm alternating between Sokka and Sokka. Is that what I'm doing? I was watching Clone Wars. Ahsoka. That's it. Sokka.
Guys?
What'd you reckon make a track like that, though?
Don't know, dude. Something with 6 legs.
Leaves a nice wide trail to follow.
You know what's at the end of that trail?
Something with 6 legs?
Dinner.
Okay. Good luck to you. Yeah. Now you want to pick on me? I've got my buddy.
Hello? Hello? Can you help me?
Is that her?
Mom? Mom!
No.
I can't believe...
Oh.
You think you're so tough, huh?
Oh, and he's going to see Yue.
Yue? This is just a trick of the light.
Yeah.
You didn't protect me.
Well, whatever's doing this knows, you know, how to get to him.
Hello? Who are you? Hey, come back!
If she's real, she's moving around.
Come on now, fellas. Just a little closer. Nice and easy. Nothing to worry about. We just fixin' to eat ya.
Okay. Yeah, they can understand.
But you don't have to tell them that.
Well, how'd I know they'd understand me?
Come on.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we got here? I don't know here. Are they water benders, maybe? It's magic of some kind. And I mean, I know bending is more like martial arts. I got that. Like forms convert to energy.
I was chasing some girl.
What girl?
I don't know. I heard laughing and I saw some girl in a fancy dress.
Well, there must be a tea party here, and we just...
Yeah, she was giggling and jumping around quite a bit.
Look, we were all just scared and hungry, and our minds were playing tricks on...
Sokka, why don't you...
I thought I saw Yue, but that doesn't prove anything.
Does it?
And you saw Mom, someone you miss a lot.
What about me? I didn't know the girl I saw. And all our visions led us right here.
I was going to say, they all brought you right here.
It's the heart of the swamp. It's been calling us here. I knew it.
It's just a tree. It can't call anyone.
Sokka, come on, buddy.
And there's nothing magical happening here.
Cut to... Oh, wow, that looks so cool. I love, like, the wooden mask. What's it made out of? Like swamp grass? It looks like it. Like vines? Nice shooting. If you know you can't hurt it, that's a good thing, I guess. You can maybe go a little bit more power. Look at her, man. Guys, let's get together here. Figure out how we're going to attack. Nice. What's up, Momo? You're throwing all of our gear. Oh, we lost Momo. Oh, guy was Johnny on the spot there with that burlap sack. This is going downhill pretty quickly. I was going to say, let's ice this up. Look at them go. Boy, oh boy. I'm not sure if this is who we're supposed to be talking to, or if this is the guardian of the center of the swamp. God, look at her. All right, awesome. Super awesome.
There's someone in there! He's bending the vines!
Why did you call me here if you just wanted to kill us?
Wait! I didn't call you here.
We were flying over and I heard something calling to me, telling me to land.
He's the Avatar. Stuff like that happens to us a lot.
The Avatar. Come with me.
Why?
See? Completely reasonable. Not a monster, just a regular guy defending his home. Nothing mystical about it.
Other than he can control the swamp.
I reached enlightenment right here under the banyan grove tree. I heard it calling me, just like you did. See, this whole swamp is actually just one tree spread out over miles.
Really?
One big living organism, just like the entire world. You can feel everything growing. We're all living together, even if most folks don't act like it.
Super cool.
And we are all branches of the same tree. In the swamp, we see visions of people we've lost, people we loved, folks we think are gone. But the swamp tells us they're not. We're still connected to them.
Why would she say that you didn't protect me?
But what about my vision? It was someone I had never met.
You're the Avatar, you tell me.
Time is an illusion.
Another avatar? Another version? Prior version?
Sorry to interrupt the lesson, but we still need to find Appa and Momo.
I think I know how to find them. Everything is connected.
It's interesting.
Come on, we've got to hurry.
10 fish and I killed them dead. Cut 'em and gut 'em and I tossed.
I can't believe that they got him, but they're obviously have some type of power.
Alpha!
Oh! We're under attack!
Yeah, they're bending.
Hey, you guys are waterbenders.
You too? That means we're kin.
Yikes! Qatar's like, are we sure about that?
How you like that possum chicken?
Tastes just like Arctic hen.
Where'd you say you was from?
The South Pole.
Didn't know they was waterbenders anywhere but here. They got a nice swamp there, do they?
No, it's all ice and snow.
What?
But what about when the tree showed me where Appa and Momo were?
That's Avatar stuff. That doesn't count.
Sokka, come on, dude.
I just bend the water in the plants.
Well, no accounting for weather. Still, there's absolutely nothing mysterious about the swamp.
Could you maybe teach Katara how to do that? Bending the water in the plants? I knew it.
Who's that?
I knew it. Get ready for some fun, buddy. Oh, he's got the mask on. Hell yeah. Oh, you're going to make an old man dance for his supper? All right, brother. Oh, what a great ending. Oh, he's got the blue spirit mask on. Oh, I love it. All right, everybody. We just finished watching the 4th chapter of the 2nd book of Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Swamp. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished The Swamp, the 4th chapter of the 2nd book of the one and only Avatar, The Last Airbender. Of course, I'm going to talk about Zuko at the end. Oh, friends, the blue spirit rides again, and that guy, you know, as soon as he was an asshole to Iroh, your days were numbered, buddy. Now, again, I don't think that Zuko went in there and killed him or anything like that. I mean, I don't think he's that, I don't think he's tipped that far to the evil side of the spectrum or anything, or the chaotic or vengeful or anything like that. He definitely has very strong opinions and very, like, you know, the tenets of his soul have a couple questionable table legs in there, but at the same time, our guy's a hero. I'm not going to hear anything otherwise. But again, You effed with his uncle, with Iroh, who's his essentially, not essentially, he is his father. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So, oh, dude, I would like to have seen at least like the first volley of whatever happens to this guy. Great, great stuff. Oh boy, oh boy. That tickled me something fierce. Now, with this one, again, I always love these episodes because we're always going somewhere. You know, with this, it's always a quest. We're always out on a quest. And it's just the greatest because we have these different locales that we always kind of run into, these different areas that we learn both about the world and about the people that inhabit those areas. And so we met this tribe inside the swamp, find out that they're waterbenders. But I think the biggest like nugget of information, well, there's two. But as far as the water bending goes, they were using the water inside the vines and the plants, bending that. If that's something that Katara can learn or is now aware of, maybe she didn't even think about it, you know? Like, of course, you know, in the South Pole and the North Pole, they don't have this type of vegetation that they could, you know, it would freeze, it wouldn't live, you know, up there in that place. So it's very interesting. I want to see if she starts to use it. I look at it this way. Anytime we learn anything that could help us in the overall quest, it's a victory for that episode. And I think that is a very, very important thing to learn because it's something that, one, if anybody knows waterbenders, they're likely not to expect it. You know what I mean? Or, you know, if you have the full range of being able to use kind of like the ice side of waterbending all the way through to like the vegetation side, presumably, I'm just thinking about climate and environment. If you learn vegetation, you probably don't know ice. If you learned ice, you probably don't know vegetation. If you want to roll them all together and start learning, I'm sure there's different applications that might be like kind of climate or geography specific that we haven't met either. Really cool stuff. But see, I think that's a testament to this entire show, where we can be 20 plus episodes into something right now. The story, we are 5 episodes into the story right now. And the ability for us to be able to continue to learn stuff that's pretty profound, but also makes sense in this, that kind of a geographical or a climate-based application of waterbending. It's such a show of a really well kind of storyboarded series because they could easily, I mean, again, I always talk about lesser shows. Lesser shows want to tell you a lot, or they want to kind of like drip feed you stuff. That's not what Avatar does. Avatar, we won't learn anything until it's time to learn something, and then we'll learn quite a bit. Or we learn something very profound, like being able to use the water and vegetation. Incredibly cool. The other thing, though, is this. The swamp itself, bringing and calling to Aang. That's what we're supposed to take from this. The big kind of cyclone tornado thing that came up, that was not initiated by any of the members of the tribe, none of the waterbenders. This was something that the swamp called specifically to them for, presumably to Aang, but brought them all down. And it showed everybody things that were lost to them, dear to them, but it showed Aang something that he hasn't met yet. I have a question about that. See, the swamp was not very favorable. Again, if we're looking at this, you know, it showed Katara, her mom, and then she sat there and wept. Showed Asaka, Yue, and then, you know, I mean, obviously, but then it had Yue say, you know, you didn't protect me. I mean, that's not, when she left, she certainly didn't think that. You know, that was not something that he would have even heard her say and kind of, or out of context or something like that. You know, that was a deliberate kind of jab by the swamp. I didn't like that very much. And bringing up her mom, again, whether it's picking and choosing what it's pulling from their minds, it might just be just overall blanket regret. Like, that's what Sokka thinks. Sokka thinks that, you know, Yue would say that to him if they came face to face. And that's probably what it is. It's not necessarily the swamp dictating what the conversation is or the intent or the feeling behind it is. It's more just kind of taking whatever is on the surface of the thoughts of Katara and Sokka and putting them into practice inside this kind of like hallucination or illusion. But that doesn't explain Aang. Aang is looking at something now that hasn't happened yet, a person that he hasn't met yet. And the only thing I can think of, if we were looking for any type of correlation between the three different like events between Katara, Sokka, and Aang, Katara and Sokka saw two people that they cared mightily for. Katara's mother, Sokka, and Yue. Aang has shown somebody that he hasn't met yet, but can we reverse engineer it and say once you do, it's somebody that you're going to care about quite a bit? I guess we'll have to see. Also, I will say this. I don't know if it was the color scheme or a trick of my own eyes, which it could have easily been, or my own Swiss cheese brain trying to invent something. But there was somebody that I think it was the first person that was very sweet to Iroh and Zuko when they were begging for money. She gave them coins, and he said, it's not the coin is great, but not as much as a smile. And she kind of giggled and walked off. She had a color scheme one that I thought looked like the color scheme of the person that Aang was chasing in the swamp. I'm sure I am wildly wrong, but that would just be like this show, to show us this person in real life and then show us a distance illusion. I don't know. I'm sure that I'm just kind of, again, placing my own stuff onto all of this, but this show's too good to overlook anything. So each and every time we meet somebody, whether they be pirates along the shore or any of this stuff, I keep thinking to myself, like Suki, I keep thinking we're going to meet these people again. Boomy, I mean, the world has been built for a reason. Now it's time to start living in certain places as we continue to learn about locales we haven't visited. Friends, this is a great show, and I don't have to tell you all this. Friends, thank you for guiding me towards Avatar: The Last Airbender. All of you that suggested it to me, this is a great story. It's only getting better, and I can't wait to watch the next episode. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for Avatar or any of our Saturday morning React-TOONS. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that is then and this is now, my friends, and now unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This, the 4th chapter of the 2nd book entitled The Swamp. But where should we say goodbye from? Because as the Greek chorus, our job is to continue the job of the original creatives. They wanted to find as many audience members as they could tell their tale to. That's our job now. Our job is to go out, find people that haven't seen Avatar, and tell them to check it out because it's a fantastic show with amazing characters. And because of that, our reward is being able to jump back into the episode we just watched and say goodbye from a favored scene. So where should we say goodbye from? And I think I'm going to place us in here specifically, individually, friends. So this is something that you're going to have to think and understand what would happen to you in this situation. It's going to be different for each of us because this is the moment in the swamp when everybody is separated. We're part of the group. We can't find Sokka, we can't find Katara, Aang, nowhere. We've yipped all of our yips, and we can't find Momo or Appa, so we're by ourselves. But in this moment, we hear something. And when we turn, we see something. Friends, what do we see? Why did we see it? Those are questions that our crew can answer in subsequent episodes, but maybe we need to answer before we can move on. Friends, until we get to the next chapter, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.